This Bitcoin RSI chart nailed every single move for Bitcoin, and the same signal is flashing once again. We are seeing a very important Wyckoff accumulation here on the hourly time frame. And normally I don't talk about this, but this is one of the most bullish things I have seen for Bitcoin, and this is what will happen next after this really good retest here. Every since slightly when gold hit a new all-time high, money flows back into Bitcoin. And that is exactly what is happening right now. We will dive into that and many more in today's video. But first of all, please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something throughout the day in crypto. And of course, I would really appreciate you guys to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video if you love those updates. And for now, let's dive right away into the charts. Because if you look at this chart, we can see that we have the Bitcoin price on top and the RSI chart on the bottom. Right now, what is really important to know is right here, Bitcoin just went horizontal here. Bitcoin didn't move, we were just ranging here, but the RSI went down. So that is a really important divergence we were seeing in the market. Bitcoin wasn't doing anything, but the RSI momentum was going down. That is really interesting to see. That will also cause for a big divergence, and in that case, the divergence will make good if we break out, and that's exactly what we did afterwards. Right now, we are seeing Bitcoin just ranging. As of we have seen right over here, it is looking way too similar to ignore. We can see that Bitcoin is just in a clear uptrend here. That is exactly what we saw right over here as well. As long as we stay above this low, we are still in a bull trend. We are just ranging, but what we are seeing on the RSI chart, the RSI is hitting low after low. That is exactly what we saw right over here. Bitcoin was just ranging. We hit low after low, and after that Bitcoin went horizontal afterwards, vertical afterwards. Right now we are seeing that same setup once again. We are just creating lower lows when Bitcoin is still in an uptrend. This is really important because this divergence the price towards the RSI, and every single time this happened, Bitcoin went exponentially towards the upside afterwards, because the momentum is not in Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is still looking very good. So if the momentum comes back after a breakout, which will happen here, the momentum will kick in Bitcoin, and the moves that are coming from these signals aren't soft here, because if you ignore this signal, you would have missed out on approximately a 600% move. That is the exact, but also exact same setup which we are seeing right now. So bullish momentum is here to stay and is here to come for Bitcoin. Also, normally I don't talk about the hourly time frame, but right now I'm seeing a pattern that has a really high hit rate, and this will not cause for a move of approximately 2%, but this is massive, because what we are seeing on the hourly time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is creating a Wyckoff accumulation phase, and this is a really important thing in the market, because if those schematics were there to play out, the next move is massive, and we won't see a move of approximately 2%, but we will see big moves happening. What we are seeing right here is a typical accumulation phase. And what does this mean? We take people out of the market, we will grab liquidity, the market makers wants to have free time to accumulate their Bitcoin. So what are we seeing right here? I'm gonna talk about it. We can see we set a low. That is of course the SC if we are seeing it on the accumulation Wyckoff phase, but right now I'm gonna talk about the theory behind it. We are putting in a low, which is good. Then price pumps towards the upside, set a high. We need to gain that high to start momentum towards the upside. What we are seeing after that is we are flashing the trend towards the upside. So Bitcoin pumped towards the upside. Everyone was buying back their Bitcoin, opening up trades. That is not what market makers want, because if they are accumulating the next move towards the upside, they don't want everything to be long in the market. So what we are seeing back then, we took out here all the longs, that everyone who was long from this level with a stop loss below this SC level was taken out by the market. That is exactly what the market makers want. Then after that, Bitcoin pumped towards the upside. We saw some really nasty consolidation. After that, Bitcoin pumped towards the upside once again. So here, what we can see is we set a high. We were rejecting it. We weren't gaining it. That means that nobody is opening up any longs. That's what the market makers want. Then we are seeing a really nice consolidation level where the institutions were accumulating their Bitcoin, but no one was long in the market. The volume was low in the weekends. That is exactly what they want to get in the market. They don't want to push much volume in the market to move the market. If nobody is trading the market, it is really easy for them to manipulate to a range where they can buy as many Bitcoin as they want. Then we saw a shakeout happening yesterday. Right here, that's the LPS. We took all the people who were long from of this point with the liquidity below out of the market. Then we pump towards the upside and we have the SOS right now, and that is the next phase that Bitcoin is gonna range from off this top. We are setting a really important high and we are ranging from off that right now. What we are seeing, if the SOS is happening, we see a little bit of sideway action. After that, the move is exponentially towards the upside. And these accumulation zones here, these accumulation phases are so high hit rate that if we pump towards the upside, we're not pumping 2%. This is a minimum 10% move for Bitcoin. And that is why it's so important to not ignore this Wyckoff here. This is pure accumulation, pure manipulation by the market makers before the next major move towards the upside. Also, if you look at this chart, what we can see, and I've been talking about this level a lot, this was a resistance zone. We have been rejecting it over and over again. It was from this level that was the start of the impulse towards a new lower low. That is not a really good sign. But with the start of the impulse, it is really important to gain it back for further upside momentum. We haven't done that for 3-4 times in a row here, but right now we are seeing that Bitcoin is showing strength and are retesting this drop-off point, and that is the exact moment I am looking for longs. I am long in the market right now. I think from of this point it is really important to see upwards momentum. This is my trade also, which I am participating here. I think the next move is here to come towards this old resistance zone. After that, I'm gonna take some profit, of course, but this is really good to see. We were ranging for a while. We are breaking out and retesting it. That's the most bullish thing to see. So for me, a long is in for now. Of course, I still want to see some lower time frame confirmation before entering, but I think this long will play out really, really well. And if you want to trade this move by yourself, please make sure to sign up on Wyckoff through the second link in the description. And if you do so, you're gonna participate in a 1000 USDT trading bonus giveaway. If we hit 500 subscribers over on YouTube, Wyckoff will give away 1000 USDT trading bonus to one of you guys. And if you follow my setups afterwards, you can literally easily make $3,000 to $5,000 from off that bonus. So please make sure and don't hesitate to sign up on Wyckoff through the second link in the description. And of course, subscribe over on my YouTube channel to enter the giveaway. Then, if we are looking to Bitcoin and gold, we are seeing a really interesting sign happening once again. Why? On the lower side here, the yellow line, that is gold, and the orange line is Bitcoin. Every since slightly when gold set a new all-time high, gold ranged, and Bitcoin went vertical towards the upside. We have seen it in 2016. Gold set a new all-time high, gold was ranging, all the money was floating back into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin went vertical after. Then here, we saw it in 2020, gold set a new all-time high. Gold was ranging, all the money was flowing back into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin went vertical after. Right now, gold set a new all-time high. We are ranging on gold. All the money is floating into Bitcoin, and everything we have seen it in the history. Bitcoin pumped towards the upside, not 20%, not 50%, but hundreds of percents. And that will mean that we can pump towards a $250,000 on Bitcoin with the money floating from gold back into Bitcoin. This signal, historical, is massive, but massive for Bitcoin. That was it for today's video. Please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something throughout the day in crypto. Also, this setup, I'll share it live over on my X. So if you didn't follow me there, you would miss out on this next move. And of course, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel. Sign up on WeX to enter the 1000 USDT trading bonus giveaway. And you can also always join my free Telegram link in the first link in the description. And I will see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.